YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Papa the Poet. I'm back at it again. You know what I mean? It's definitely been a minute. You know, I ain't blessed y'all with my presence in a while. Every once in a while, you know what I mean, got a few things on my mind, and, I just want to come, speak on a few topics. But, let me see. First thing I want to speak on right now is definitely gonna be these young mothers that I'm seeing out here. It definitely is sad to me, because I see a lot of females out here that they're not old enough to get jobs, but yet they're having 2, 3, and 4 babies. I mean, you still working at McDonald's and you got 3 kids. Like, as a parent, how can you feel that you can support this child? It's seeming as if we live in a generation now where it's more acceptable for a child to get pregnant than to graduate from high school. In all actuality, when you think about it, that's some fucked up shit. I really, really hate that shit, because the thing is, in order to, in my opinion, in order to have a successful life and, be able to make something, of your kids, make them want to be something, you have to do better, and how are you going to say that, you did better, than the average person if you're 15, 16 years old and you're out here spreading your legs, getting pregnant? You're just old enough to get your working papers and you out here getting pregnant, and it seems like society just accepts that shit. It's not cute at all. And I'm tired of, going on Facebook and, I have a lot of friends on Facebook where, I'm cool with their family members. So, their little brothers or their little sisters, may have added me as a friend on Facebook. And, I'm seeing more and more every day. My news feed on Facebook is turning into basically sonograms. All I'm seeing is, bellies and, big bellies, and it ain't even fat people. It's just, because I'm fat. But it's just pregnant females. And, if you are established, if you have a job and, you have a good income and you can support yourself and still have enough money extra to support another life, by all means, do what you gotta do. But if you're still living at your parents' house and you can barely support yourself, why keep bringing children into the world? That's really the fucked up part of our society is, it's so acceptable. And, I really just don't understand how we got ourselves to this situation, where, to this point in time where we accept teen pregnancy and, we're making shows about it now. When I was younger, if you get pregnant, your parents gonna have a fit. Nowadays, if you get pregnant, you get a fucking show on MTV. I don't understand the logic of that. That's basically, and I fault MTV for it, and I fault the parents of these young girls that's on MTV. Because in my opinion, you're basically condoning what they're doing. You're giving these people $10,000 a show to actually get up there and say, oh, I'm 16 and I'm pregnant. How the fuck is that even right? I just think that, us as a society, we should really stop, letting television dictate how we live our lives, you really have a lot of people who are a lot of people who are, it's the word I'm looking for, I'm sorry. A lot of people who watch television and they see certain things glamorized in music videos and, certain things, glamorized in movies, and this is the life that they portray. I mean, they're basically, the old saying, they're faking the funk, because it's not a life that they actually live. You know, but I mean, I do respect the young mothers. Shout out to y'all. I do respect the ones that do what they gotta do. That can be 16 years old, pregnant, still go to school, still have a job, still try to maintain their shit and still support their kids and not want to go out and party every fucking weekend. I mean, at some point in time, motherfuckers gotta grow up. You really gotta grow up. And I mean, it hurts me every day, just seeing that type of shit. A lot of babies having babies, I mean, I really don't approve of it, I mean, my opinion really ain't shit. A lot of people tell me I ain't shit, but I'm still gonna speak on, what I feel. So I mean, that's definitely something that I just wanted to, take a little time out and address. And I hope that, in the near future there definitely is some type of change with it, because it seems like over the last few years the age for being acceptable for a child to have a child is just getting younger and younger. And then you got these niggas that's out here 19, 20 years old, and they dating chicks that's 14, 15 years old, getting them pregnant. And parents is accepting it. What kind of shit is that? I wish a nigga would try to come to my crib and date my 14-year-old daughter. If I had one, I'd bust that nigga over his fucking head. You grown ass man and you gonna try to date a little girl? Up top, like what kind of shit is really flowing through your fucking head? I mean, that shit just gonna make me mad just even thinking about it. So I'ma just, switch the subject up. Because that right there is definitely gonna piss me off. That whole situation. One other thing I did want to speak of. Excuse my black and mild smoke, but one other thing I wanted to speak on was also on my Facebook, I'm seeing a lot of females, screaming out niggas ain't shit, da 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 da, you know what I mean? He say this, she say that. Cut it, dead it. You know what I mean? You slept with the nigga, you got a baby by the nigga. You knew the nigga wasn't shit when you started fucking with him, and thought he was gonna be shit when you started fucking with him, heavy. But if he wasn't shit from the beginning, what fucking makes you think he gonna be shit in the end? It boggles my mind to where females, will date a nigga and really, they know how he moved before. Because they out here portraying this role saying, oh, this my best friend, da 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 da, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So you know how the nigga move. But at the end of the day, you want to go ahead and you want to lay up with niggas. Just fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? You can't complain if you got with an ain't shit nigga. You knew he wasn't shit from the jump. Facebook don't give a fuck that your nigga ain't shit. You knew he wasn't shit. You know what I mean? That's really all I'm going to say on that. I mean, and then you got, you know what I mean? I definitely do respect the niggas out there who are doing their thing, who do have kids. I got a few homies that got kids, and I definitely do salute all my homies out there, because all my boys that I roll with that got seeds, they take care of this, and I respect that. I respect that as a man, seeing that they take care of their kids. They'll give their last just so that their kid can have something. You know what I mean? That's a father. A lot of y'all need to learn the difference between a baby daddy and a father. When you have a child with somebody, the last thing a nigga should want to be referred to is as a baby daddy. I'm gonna let this go in a second. But the thing is, any male can be considered a baby's daddy. You know, it takes a real nigga to take on that role to be a baby's father. Alright? Any nigga can bring a kid into this world with the help of that female. But it takes a real nigga to take on that role as a father. You know? And a lot of females don't respect it. Just because a nigga don't want to be with you, don't make him a bad father. Y'all situation may be a little fucked up, but it don't make him a bad father. Alright. I'ma cut that one. Another thing I'm noticing. Everybody trying to be a fucking rapper now. The thing is, I listen to a lot of ignorant music. I listen to Chief Keef. I listen to Trinidad James. I listen to Flocka, Tyler Creator, all these niggas. I listen to a lot of ignorant music. But it's just to get me in my zone, to get me hyped. Music is strayed away from lyricism and turned into more of entertainment. And, you know, growing up in the 90s, where, you know, music was music, you know, you had Wu-Tang, you had Tupac, you had Biggie, you had Aaliyah, you know what I mean? Nas, Jay-Z, Big L. You know what I mean? Growing up where music was music, it fucks with me now that niggas don't respect the path that these legends done paved for people. People think that now, you know, you could go on YouTube, convert a song to just an instrumental, download it, you take your iPhone out, play the music in the background, you record a song, and now you a rapper. You ain't talking about shit, but the same shit that all these other bullshit rappers is talking about. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want y'all to respect the craft, you know. Now, me, myself, I'm not a rapper, but I am a lyricist. I'm a poet. And I take offense to it sometimes where I have niggas coming out here trying to mimic Soulja Boy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you need lyricism to be considered a rapper. If you're rapping like Soulja Boy, you're not a rapper. You may be getting money eventually just because of the type of society that we live in. You know, we have a younger generation who really supports that bullshit music. But at the end of the day, you know, respect real artists. Respect lyricism. You know? Respect underground artists. Yeah, I mean, I live in the Lehigh Valley right now. You know, we got a lot of artists out here, you know, that's definitely doing their things. And there's so many lyricists. I can't name them all, but y'all know who y'all is. You know, because y'all paved the way for a lot of these young niggas that's out here, you know, doing their thing. You know, shout out to my New Jersey Rebel niggas too. I mean, y'all my niggas for real. You know, but I did just want to touch on that. One other thing I wanted to touch on. Ever since Instagram came out, don't get me wrong, I love me some Instagram. I love posting them pictures. I love double tapping pictures. You know, I find some funny shit sometimes. I post some funny shit. You know, but just because a picture has filters doesn't make you a model, because it takes away the breakout on your face, or it make you look a little skinnier, or, you know what I mean, anything like that. You know, ever since Instagram done came out, all these fucking females think they Instagram models. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Shut the fuck up. You ain't no fucking model. Motherfuckers in their bathroom and shit taking pictures thinking they're a goddamn model. You ain't no goddamn model. Taking pictures of fucking Instagram, thinking you Instagram famous. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers out here, females, they don't be nobody. They got 8 pictures on Facebook. Well, 8 pictures on Instagram, my bad. And 35,000 friends. Why the fuck you got a K after your name and you a regular bitch? Man, listen. it amazes me how a female be like, yo, I got 100,000 friends on Instagram. Like, add me. So I'm be like, alright, you know they got their page set to private. So I add them, I'm looking through their pictures, and all I see is fake ass model pictures. Pictures of them sitting on the counter trying to make their ass look fatter. Or pictures with their body exposed. And they wonder why they got so many friends on Instagram. You got a lot of niggas out here that's some perverted ass niggas. Females too. So if you posting pictures that's half naked on Facebook and Instagram, you're not leaving nothing to the imagination. You letting a nigga see what they should have to work for, rather than letting a nigga work for it. You know? Do this test for me, ladies. Ladies, do this test for me. If you post a picture in your bathing suit on Instagram and you get 100 likes, post a picture of just your face and see how many likes you get. It's fucked up to say. Take the filter off and just put a picture of your face and see how many likes you get. That right there should tell you what niggas is liking your pictures for. If that don't open your fucking minds up, I don't know what will. You know, and I mean, it's sad that you take pictures and expose your bodies just so you can say, oh, well, I post this picture and I got 100 likes on it. What the fuck is a like? A like ain't paying your light bill. It ain't paying your rent. It ain't really doing shit for you. You know? So, I mean, I did just want to touch on that. You know, also Facebook. I'm getting real angry, I should say. I go on Facebook, you know. Facebook is a social network, you know, a way that you're supposed to communicate with your peers. You know, you keep in contact, friends, family members, things like that. I'm getting tired of going on Facebook and seeing a baby with his head blown halfway off and saying every one like is a prayer, or like this, if you love Jesus, keep scrolling if you like the devil, or like my status if you up, or what's another popular one? Damn, who vamping with me tonight? I love when niggas say who vamping. It be like 12 o'clock at night, niggas be like, who vamping? Niggas, some of these motherfuckers just getting in the crib. Like, the fuck you mean, who vamping? But I really don't understand how, like my status, if you like God, or if you believe in God and having a picture of a baby's head blown off, got to do with anything. Honestly, I keep scrolling because I feel like I'm being disrespectful if I like a picture of a baby with his head blown off. What kind of shit is that? That shit need to stop right now. That shit definitely needs to stop. You know, I mean, that's really all I want to touch on tonight. You know, I definitely will be back soon. You know, I just wanted to do this video to get back in the swing of things, just touch on a few minor issues. But, you know, when I come back, you know, I'm definitely going to talk some shit. You know, the fat chicks have, you know, they retired the leggings, you know, for the most part. You know, I haven't really been seeing no fat chicks wearing leggings, you know. So, I mean, that's definitely a good thing. You know, so hopefully, you know, my last video worked and, you know, I got my message across in the last few videos telling the fat chicks to stop wearing leggings. That shit definitely wasn't attractive. You know, I do appreciate it, you know. By the way, you know, just be on the lookout. My third book is actually coming out hopefully this summer if everything goes right. It's entitled My Suicide Girl, third of a trilogy. You know, it's going to be real dope. You know, a lot of y'all, you know, purchased my last two books, and, you know, shit was definitely popping. You know, I definitely do appreciate all my supporters. And, you know, follow me on Instagram, at Popo the Poet, PAPOTHA POET. The same for Twitter, and Popo Escobar on Facebook. You know, also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, that's all I ask. I'm definitely gonna get back on my shit. You know, talking my shit, because that's what I like to do. You know, excuse my ceiling, it looked kind of crazy. I live in the hood. I'm sorry. I got some bottles on the freezer though, so you know, if you're thirsty, stop by. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's really it. You know, download my app too, Popo the Poet. You know, if you wanna know where to find that at. I ain't throw it in the market yet, but if you wanna know where to find that, you know, just comment on the video, hit me up, and you know, we take it from there. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to speak on. If you got any topics you want me to talk about, you know, at Popo the Poet, I'm sorry, at Popo the Poet, you know, you can find me on every social network. You know, I'm out here, so you know, any topics you want me to talk about, mention, you know, put my little 2 cents on it. You know, even though my opinion ain't shit. Just let me know, you know, inbox me a message, whatever the case may be. And, you know, my next video, I definitely will address it. All right, YouTube, y'all have a good night.